The Operations Center run by the County of Los Angeles here with Governor Gavin Newsom. Governor, thanks for joining us live on MSNBC.
Good to be with you.
So this is, as I said, the Emergency Operations Center. I wonder how you would characterize the events that are unfolding in Los Angeles right now. Is it an emergency? Is it, Fox News is calling it the LA riots? Is it a peaceful protest? What's happening and what are you seeing?
Well, I mean, look, Donald Trump has created the conditions you see on your TV tonight. He's exacerbated the conditions. He's, lit the proverbial match. He's putting fuel on this fire ever since he announced he was taking over the National Guard. An illegal act, an immoral act, an unconstitutional act, and we're going to test that theory with a lawsuit tomorrow.
Well, I was going to ask you that. Sorry to interrupt you, but Governor, so that's news. If you're going to sue the administration, tell me a little bit about it. Give us a preview of this lawsuit.
Well, under his executive order, it specifically notes, and under what the DOD did, is they had to coordinate with the governor of the state. They never coordinate with the governor of the state. I've worked with the National Guard. We've deployed the National Guard. We did 3,000+ folks have been doing logistics work and fire recovery work, and they're fighting the fires, the rattlesnake teams. We did the same back in George Floyd. We have no problem working collaboratively in a mutual aid system with local law enforcement, but there's a protocol, there's a process. He didn't care about that. And the worst part, he completely lied. He said in a tweet that everything's now safe, everything's fine. Is that the case, Mr. Trump? He said because he deployed the National Guard.
Don't worry, I hate Gavin Newsom as much as the next person, but go in, gruesome.
Hadn't even been deployed when he said this. It's Orwellian. Simply lying to people. Unconstitutional, illegal act. His mess. We're trying to clean it up.
You're saying that the President of the United States has made the situation on the ground here in Los Angeles less safe. What do you know about immigration enforcement today? Has there been any ICE raids in the city today? Are they coordinating with you on that at all? Are they giving you a heads up?
Of course they're not coordinating. That said, we were told in just a recent briefing just a few minutes ago there was small activity in the county and not in the city proper. But look, you made a point a moment ago. These images are unacceptable. These kids on the car, the folks that are taking advantage of this, these aren't peaceful protesters, a lot of these folks, a lot of great people out there doing the right thing. But you get these insurgent groups coming in, sort of these anarchists that are in there to create real problems. And they're just playing right into Donald Trump's hand. And they need to be called out. They need to be arrested. It is wrong to destroy other people's property.
Oh, no, not the Waymos. Oh, won't anyone think about the Waymos?
And it is wrong to create the conditions that only exacerbate this. But Donald Trump, at the end of the day,
also, thank you, Mafia,
is the sponsor of these conditions.
Let me give you the opportunity. You mentioned that there are people out there causing mischief and mayhem. What's your message to those people who are out there tonight? Not the peaceful protesters that are out there protesting for the rights of immigrants, but for the people that are doing damage to buildings, to law enforcement out there.
Well, they're doing more than damage to buildings and to property. They're potentially damaging the very foundation of our republic. The democracy is in the balance. I mean, you're seeing these authoritarian tendencies now are being acted out by this administration. And we're case in point as it relates to nationalizing, federalizing the National Guard, threatening now to put in Marines. So I hope these people would pause and just consider. Now, some of them, they want that kind of chaos. Some ways, they're adjacent to where Donald Trump is. But the peaceful protesters, we want to keep them safe. We want them to exercise their fundamental rights. We want to keep those that are enforcing the laws in a respectful and responsible way also safe. But Donald Trump needs to pull back. He needs to stand down. Donald Trump is inflaming these conditions. This is Donald Trump's problem right now, and if he can't solve it, we will.
He continues to, as always, hit you hard publicly. Just 10 minutes ago, he put out another Truth Social telling you and the mayor to apologize to the people of Los Angeles. You guys go at it pretty hard publicly, but I know you talk privately. Have you spoken in the last couple of days to the president about any of this?
Yeah, we talked for almost 20 minutes, and this issue never came up. I mean, I kept trying to talk about L.A. He wanted to talk about all these other issues. We had a very decent conversation.
When was this?
This was late Friday night, I think about 1:30 plus his time.
After the protests had started?
After the protests, and he never once brought up the National Guard. He's a stone-cold liar. He said he did.
Who's this camera angle? I'm sorry.
Stone-cold liar. Never did. It was a very civil conversation. I've always wanted to approach engagement with the President of the United States in a respectful and responsible way. But there's no working with the president. There's only working for him. and I will never work for Donald Trump.
Did you mention at all to him in that phone call on Friday night the types of raids that were happening in your state?
The cameraman is like March when he's supposed to be recording his song, but he ends up recording like Caroline or Will.
On Friday, you know, there are reports that and video of enforcement operations happening in ways that they haven't traditionally. ICE officers going to Home Depots around Los Angeles and picking off day laborers. Did you bring that up?
It's like, it's so obscene too, because I will tell you, as someone who has been to many a Home Depot, who has seen these laborers, they're not bothering anyone. Are you fucking like kidding me? They're literally just looking for work. They're literally doing the American meme of pulling themselves up by their bootstraps. I don't understand why we're targeting these people. I don't understand. Like, how is that making our country better?
With him?
I will never understand these people. I just can't, I will never understand these people. They are illegal. It's really that simple. How can you say that when we have countless records of people who are in fact not illegal being deported?
The conversation started with the frame of what's happening in LA. He immediately pivoted to other interests and other things.
Do you think he was aware of what was happening in?
Yep. Cry about it. Come here legally. Did you not understand what I said? Are you just incapable? Your brain is too small to understand what I just said. It's literally, you just didn't understand the words I said, so you just kept repeating what you wanted to say. There are people who have been deported who were here legally. There are legal residents who have been deported. Prove it. Sure, man. Sure. Here, I know shapes and colors. Oh, is there not a photo of this guy? Hold up. Duplicate. Here's the title. I'll get a nice photo for you, okay? Trump administration deports gay makeup artist to prison in El Salvador, who was, by the way, here legally. You think this guy was a threat to our security? This guy who was here legally was, what was he doing? Cutting women's hair. That's the scary act that we needed to deport him for. He was holding a weapon, scissors, that he was using to give women bobs. So scary. Whenever you want to reply, man. Whenever you want to reply. This is one story. This is one. There are countless others, but just respond to this one.
I think I'm more than aware. And obviously, he was setting this up to take these additional steps.
This was a setup.
And
oh, you don't understand? He was brown? I didn't think about that. I'm sorry. You're right.
I'm not saying he was setting things up. I'm not saying it was a setup. But clearly, they were in the process of moving to these next steps because out of nowhere, just a few hours after that conversation, he moves to pull the trigger under.
Also, sorry to keep pausing this Newsom interview. As a trans girl, there's nobody I'd rather have give me a bob, a trim than a gay immigrant, says a chatter. I'm just going to say my hairstylist is a gay immigrant and he fucking kills it, okay? Metaphorically. He's here legally. He's a citizen, but he fucking kills it. My hair. He knows how to handle it. No, don't ban him. Prove it. I literally prove it. You're hilarious crying over illegals. I literally just showed you someone who was here legally. What the fuck are you talking about? Go support them if you care so much. I did. I don't know what this just. I don't understand why these people have no balls. Like, they're totally pussy, no balls. They can't just own up and say, oh, I didn't know. Okay, my bad. I didn't know that people who were here legally were getting deported. Wow. Why do they all have no balls? You showed a CBS article. Okay, what news source do you want me to find it? This story's been reported on 1,000,000 times. What would be a news source that you appreciate? Okay, is Fox News good? Is Fox News good? Would you own up? Would you have balls for once in your life if I show you a Fox News article? Here's the Fox News article talking about it. Deportation of Andrea Hernandez Romero, a gay Venezuelan makeup artist, has ignited a passionate response from the LGBTQ community in West Hollywood who are demanding justice. He sought asylum in the U.S., is now being detained in a supermax prison in El Salvador. What we know, he was deported to El Salvador despite seeking asylum in the United States. He followed legal procedures, but was detained. He is now held in one of the world's most dangerous supermax prison. Like what world of delusion do you have to just be like, oh, this news that disagrees with me, it's gotta be fake. Here, Fox News. He followed legal procedures. Okay, so you don't have the ability to admit when you're wrong. It's impossible for you. It's impossible for you to just say, oh, I didn't know that people who are here legally are being deported. Also, you racist fuck. The article literally says Venezuelan. The footage of all this shit in LA. So you're goalposting. You can't admit it. You can't admit it. You cannot admit that there are people who are coming here legally and are being deported. You just can't own up to it. Have you owned up to anything in your life before? Or are you just a total loser? This is pathetic. Like, this is new levels of low. Like, this is pure, like, you're such a fucking loser. Instead of being like someone respectable and saying, I didn't know that they're deporting people who did do everything right and came here legally, but that is no excuse for burning cars or whatever. Instead of doing that, instead of having any grace in your life for once, your response is just to not do that, just to be a loser. I'm sure there's more to it than he's just a gay makeup artist. Don't believe your lying eyes, I guess, all right? These are the people screaming about 1984 day in and day out. And then I show them a Fox News article. A Fox News article. They should love this shit. And they're like, yeah, well, I don't think there's anything. He probably did something. I trust Donald Trump with everything. My entire life, I would deep throat Donald Trump. No matter what, the average fucking conservative Republican fucking dipshit. Oh my God. Ooh. You need to fire whoever did your bangs, girl. It's me. I need to fire me, okay? This is the one time I didn't go to my hairstylist, my gay immigrant hairstylist, and then I cut them too short. I know. If I could fire me, I would fire me by now. Are you kidding me?
This construct under.
I'll never understand the point of debating a fellow chatter. They're anonymous and behind a screen. They'll say anything that'll rile you up and make them feel right. Well, yes and no. One, some people have actually said sorry and said like, I didn't know about this, right? It's very rare, but it's happened. Second, it's a good way to show other people how to talk to these people, in my opinion. I think if you show people, here is what it looks like when you give these people all the evidence that they ask for, here's how they're going to react anyways, I think that's worthwhile. Okay. All right, let's get back to what we were talking about. Also, if you're incapable of owning up to the fact that you were wrong, you're not allowed to be here. If you're like, he's probably helping his illegal friend stay out of trouble. Yeah, well, I have to ban you because you're probably helping your pedophile friend stay out of trouble. I bet you'd really like to be friends with Epstein, right? Since we're just making shit up now. I guess that's fine.
Setting this up to take these additional steps.
This was a setup.
And well, I'm not saying he was setting things up, not saying it was a setup, but clearly they were in the process of moving to these next steps because out of nowhere, just a few hours after that conversation, he moves to pull the trigger under this construct under Title 10 and then created and exacerbated the conditions that are persisting today.
This is your authority normally to deploy the National Guard here. Right. You did it. We were together after the fires, and those National Guard troops have been out all across Los Angeles working to rebuild and recover this city. How did you find out that the President of the United States was going to usurp your authority and deploy your National Guard here in California?
I got a call from a staffer. No heads up whatsoever. And again, we're here to support local law enforcement. There's a mutual aid process. Local law enforcement had no needs. They were not requesting any additional resources. I've got 100 now. I have 175 CHP officers, technically trained officers, tactical teams to address Donald Trump's mess. We are here to support local law enforcement, the sheriff's office, LAPD, but they didn't need that support. He made this up. This is a manufactured crisis in order to get under the tent to start to stretch credulity and to begin the process of moving inevitably towards a constitutional questioning crisis around posse comitatus. And it's, I think, inevitable that's where he's going.
Tom Home and the Border Czar said to me yesterday,
they're even scooping up U.S. citizens that were born here and deporting them. Great times. Yeah. Someone linked this earlier, and it's a really good link. Was it YouFilth? As of June 1st, nearly 25% of the people arrested by ICE in the interior and sent to detention had no criminal record. The problem, and any normal person would see this and be like, this is fucking insane. Because the entire purpose, think for just a second, the entire purpose of deporting illegal immigrants, their claim is that these people are criminals and they're making our country unsafe. That's the reason to do it. Then why the fuck are you deporting illegal immigrants who haven't even fucking committed any crimes? The reason why I don't generally use this is because these people will always talk about how, well, then just come here legally and it won't be a problem, right? So I don't really bother bringing this stuff up because, again, it's really useful for like normal people, but it's not as useful for like chuds. And I like to point out at chuds and show how stupid they are, that you can show them, you can literally show them examples of people who are here legally, who did everything right, and are still being deported anyways. This is insane. That Tom Homan was like fine with saying this on air.
Have a criminal record like those you've described?
Absolutely not. And I said from day one, January 20th, we will prioritize public safety threats and national security threats. However, we will enforce law. I may prioritize my family life over my work. Doesn't mean I ignore my work. We're going to force immigration law. We've been honest about that from day one, especially in sanctuary cities where we can't get the bad guy in the safety and security of a jail.
Actual comic book villain. You couldn't make this shit up, man.
To the street. Well, we got to go to the street and find them. And when we find them, many times they're with others. Others that are in the United States illegally may not be a criminal target, but guess what?
Is he having a stroke live? No, he's just too busy gargling Donald Trump's balls all the time.
Arresting that bad guy. Are there. We're going to arrest them. That's what sanctuary cities get. They put us in the neighborhood. They force us in the neighborhood. This is what happens.
Well, that is everyone that has been arrested by ICE agents have a criminal.
Wait, chat. This is very important. This is actually super, super important. Hold up. This chatter. Just for you, chatter. I will show you what it looks like when I am very generous to people. Just for you, okay? Because Trump overpromised on deporting people. Now he has to go for the people minding their own business. Yes, obviously. Show where it says legal to truly prove them wrong. I did. Why are you arguing with bait? It's not bait. That person genuinely believes it. They're posting that for a reason. There are a lot of people that genuinely believe that. That genuinely believe that if you don't want to get deported, don't come here illegally, which is fucking stupid. You're not doing a good job of talking to people, actually. If you think this, you haven't watched half of my streams. The number of times that chat gets really pissed at me for being too nice to hogs is hilarious. And most of the time, these people end up staying for me, but then leaving because of chat, because other people in chat are being mean to them. And if you think this, it's because you haven't watched enough of my streams. I'm sorry, this is just factually true. There are so many people that I've managed to get to apologize or take back their statement or say that they didn't know something or whatever. I think you do a poor job extending an olive branch to chatters. You argue with them, though. No, I decide whether or not to extend an olive branch based on their chat messages. So someone like this, right? What's going on with your eyebrows? Your eyebrows look like my mustache. I'm just going to make fun of this person. They're just coming in here to insult me so I can insult them back. There are people who have come in here and have said, like, I'm genuinely asking, like, I don't understand why you guys don't want to deport these illegals. And I've engaged with those people in good faith. If you haven't seen that, you haven't seen that. It's crazy to make an assumption based on how I've dealt with one chatter while you've been here. All right. God, I fucking hate Homan, dude. Fucking Tom Balls and fucking Jaw Homan. All right, enough of the gruesome Newsom post. I wanted to move on to a couple clips that I saw that were fucking insane. Your eyebrows look great. Thank you. Thank you. There's a couple things that like chatters make fun of that I don't think that they know that it isn't a insult for me. Like, I love my eyebrows. You will struggle to get me to change my mind about my eyebrows. It's the same thing with chatters who make fun of how I sound, and they're like, you sound like a trans. You sound like a trans woman. It's like, the insult is supposed to be that my voice is deep. That's not a good way to insult me. I'm a lot more self-conscious about my voice being like high-pitched or like irritating because it's high-pitched. And I've always loved women who have deep, smoky voices. And I used to really be mad that my voice wasn't deeper. I was so pissed. I was like punching the air as a kid when like after puberty, I was like, my voice didn't even deepen. What the hell? They said it was going to deepen. So yeah, but I've accepted my voice. I'm just going to have like a medium pitch voice. Aw, thanks, Rivnata. You have a deeper voice than Ben Shapiro? Oh, thank God. Like if you want to insult me, say I sound like Ben Shapiro. That's going to make me way more self-conscious than saying I sound like a trans woman. Okay. All right. I've been epically owned. You got me. Like, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It makes me feel better. Okay.